नागरिक उड्डयन मंत्री।
Thank you, Honorable Chairman, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak on the Bharat Vayan Videyak 2024. And in fact, I would like to thank the chair, first of all, for what was supposed to be a 3-hour debate. Yesterday, it went on up to 5 hours and has also had speakers, 36 speakers speaking on this important act, sir. Adur Prakash ji, Rajiv Pratap Rudi ji, Rajiv Rai ji, Saugat Rai ji, C.N. Annadurai ji, Magunti Srinivasulu Reddy ji, Dileshwar Kamayat ji, Srirangappa Barane ji, Bajrang Manohar ji, Kishori Lal ji, Ganesh Singh ji, Abhay Kumar Sinha ji, Rajesh Ranjan ji, Sachidanandam ji, Malvinder Singh ji, Vijay Kumar Dubey ji, Dayanidhi Maran ji, Samadani ji, Rajkumar Sangwan ji, Ramesh Avasti ji, Selvaraj ji, Ravi Kumar ji, Premchandran ji, Padwai ji, Praveen Khandelwal ji, Hanuman Beniwal ji, Chandrasekhar ji, Dattaram Vaikar ji, Sudha ji, Praveen Patel ji, Mohammad Javed ji, Tapir Gav ji, Rahman ji, Ajay Bhatt ji, Jagadambika Pal ji और Anand Bhadoria ji. So almost 36 people have participated in this debate, sir. Not only have they participated, they have given some valuable suggestions and also passionately been involved in this debate, sir. And I would like to remind the House, 20 years back, if you would have seen any civil aviation topic that has been discussed in the House, the participants were mainly coming from technical background or they were coming from these major metropolitan cities where the presence of airports has been maximum. But yesterday, if you had witnessed the debate for 5 hours, we have seen from the length and breadth of this country, from the remotest areas of this country, from the most backward areas of this country, people have passionately, honorable members have spoken on this bill, and that is the change this government has brought in and the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has brought in to the civil aviation, sir. Civil aviation has witnessed unimaginable growth in the last 10 years since Modi ji has taken charge as the Prime Minister of the country. He had a special focus, he had a special vision for the civil aviation industry, and because of which he understood the importance of improving the infrastructure in civil aviation. That is why what was 74 airports in 2014 has gone up to 157 airports, more than doubled in this country today, sir. And if you look at the passenger growth in this country, 60 million passengers were there domestically in 2014, which has gone up to 153 million, which has more than doubled in 2024, sir. And also international passengers from 43 million have grown up to 66.7 million. And you know, it's like any travel industry which took a big hit during the COVID time, aviation also took a big hit. Even though it took a big hit, within 3 years, it stood back on its feet. It not only crossed the pre-COVID numbers, sir, we are at an all-time high in the passenger growth in the country, and today we stand as the 3rd largest aviation economy in the whole world, and that is the change Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has brought in the last 10 years for the civil aviation ministry. And also I would like to thank all the previous ministers who have worked on this, especially my predecessor Jyotiraditya Scindia ji, who has constantly worked for the upliftment of the civil aviation ministry and brought in a lot of policy changes. And in fact, I would also like to remember our honorable previous minister Ashok Gajpati Raju ji, who was also there handling this and who was from our party also at that time, sir. And with this growth, it is very important we look into the future also. This is not just for the 10 years that we are proud of. Where we are in the 3rd place right now, we, under the honorable leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, want to see India become the number 1 in the domestic economy, sir. And if you want to see India in that number 1 position, there has to be proper legislative backing. There has to be good policy making. There has to be good policy which drives the civil aviation industry in that direction. And that is where this Bharatiya Vayan Videyak comes into play, and which is why I would like to go a little bit more detail into the bill also, sir. Now this Bharatiya Vayan Videyak, इसकी जो इससे पहले जो एक्ट थी, Indian Aircraft Act 1934, this was a pre-independence era act, sir. Under the British rule, this act was formed, and the act was promulgated because of an international aircraft convention which was formed in 1919. 1919 में जो कन्वेंशन बना था उसके हिसाब से इंडियन एयरक्राफ्ट बिल 1934 प्री इंडिपेंडेंस एरा में हम लेके आए, और उसके बाद 1944 में एक शिकागो कन्वेंशन भी आया। शिकागो कन्वेंशन आने के बाद आईकेओ का फॉर्मेशन हुआ। आईकेओ जो है इंटरनेशनल सिविल एविएशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। आईकेओ ऐसी बॉडी बनी कि यूएन की एक एजेंसी थी, यूनाइटेड नेशंस की, और ये शिकागो कन्वेंशन के बाद जो आईकेओ बना, आईकेओ में 193 कंट्रीज उसके हिस्से थे, और regularly all these 193 countries used to sit, discuss, deliberate and formulate these standard and recommended practices, which are again supposed to be implemented by all the member countries within the ICAO. And India has also been a very strong participant of this ICAO, sir, and we have tried to formulate our own laws by harmonizing whatever these SARPs, that is the standards and recommended protocols, are there from the ICAO. And this has been happening for a long time. And while we have been doing this, sir, the 1934 Act which was there, it was amended 21 times. And it was amended in such a way that whenever some SARP, new SARP was coming in, we were just attaching it to the old bill. There was no proper structure. And in the end, right now, the way it has become is that there is no clarity. There is a lot of ambiguity in the existing act that is there right now, and there is a lot of confusion, and in some places there is a lot of redundancy also. There have become so many subordinate legislations that have been brought in, so many rules that have been brought in, so many regulations that have been brought in. So there was no proper structure for the whole act, which is why a proper structural difference was supposed to be brought in, and which was done with the formation of this new Videk, which is Bharatiya Vayan Videk, sir. And like I said, the first thing we have tried to address is structurize the whole bill. And we have structurized by giving DGCA a separate chapter. We have told what is DGCA and what are the powers of DGCA, which is the Director General of Civil Aviation. And also we have BCAS, which is Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. Similarly, we have another separate structure for it, a separate chapter, and also the functions and the powers have been properly listed out. And also AIB, which is Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, and powers of central government. जो पहले ऐसा होता था कि पावर्स कहीं और लिखे हुए हैं और इसके जो फंक्शंस है कहीं और लिखे हुए हैं, रूल्स कहीं और लिखे हुए हैं, तो आईकेओ का भी ऑब्जर्वेशन था कि सब एक प्रिंसिपल एक्ट में होना चाहिए जो एक हार्मनी क्रिएट करता है सिविल एविएशन का। तो वो हार्मनी हम लेके आए हैं सर अभी ये सिविल एविएशन में इस बिल के तहत। एंड अदर देन दिस वी हैव ट्राइड टू रिड्यूस द रिडंडेंसीज, और जो गैप्स होते थे पहले इसके एक्ट में उसको भी हम करने की कोशिश ये भारतीय वायुयान विधेयक के साथ हम लेके आए। इसके बाद दूसरी चीज़ जो डेफिनेशंस हमने ऐड किया, we have brought in definitions for design, maintenance and manufacture into the bill. जो previous bill था Indian Aircraft Act, तो उसमें we didn't have design at all, we didn't have the word maintenance at all, and there was just manufacture as a word, but it was not defined. But today, under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji, we see a strong sense of Atmanirbharta being formed in this country, sir. And civil aviation taking